before you watch this video and take what I'm going to say and think that I'm some born-again, EV-loving weirdo, I am not. I am a petrol head. I am the kind of guy who would drive and has driven a Citroen 2CV up and down the length of the country. Like, I like petrol cars. So I'm looking at this EV subjectively as not an EV guy. This is the first long journey I've done on the Renault 5. I specifically took it knowing that it was going to be compromised. I could have taken my lovely Audi A6, but I didn't take my lovely Audi A6. I wanted to make the content for what this was going to do, so please appreciate that. The takeaway from it is it's just really good. I've done 733 miles over the last 2 days. I've stopped off for public charging a couple of times, and it hasn't been expensive. It's been very easy to drive. The lane assist, the adaptive cruise control, blah, 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 has all been perfect. And wildly, yes, it is slightly less comfortable than my Audi A6. I actually haven't found this to be even remotely compromised doing 300 miles a day. So if you want a Renault 5, just go and buy one. It's not that bad. Anyway, let's cut to the driving. Well, kiddos, it's been a minute. I haven't posted much the last couple of weeks because I've been very, very ill. There's something wrong with me. I'm ill quite often. However, I'm having a holiday for a week. And I'm going down south. My missus and kids are going to spend a week with my family. I'm going down for the first couple of days, and then I'm going to come back because I'm a workaholic and I got stuff to do. I could have taken this, my beautiful bi-turbo 400 horsepower diesel Audi A6 that just sits on the motorway at any speed in beautiful comfort. Worked it all out, averaging 50 mpg. It costs me about 13 pence a mile. So, you know, that's pretty good. But for you guys, I have decided I am going to drive from Newcastle to Southampton in my Renault 5. So let's reset the trip computer and let's see what it actually does. If you don't know how to reset the trip computer, hold down the OK button for 3 seconds and it will reset. 1, 2, 3, reset. Now let's also reset. Oh, it already has reset it. This is actually going wildly better than I anticipated. So when I set off on this journey, I went on a basis of worst cases. I was like, look, if it does like 4 to 4.5 miles per kilowatt, that's okay, like blah, 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 blah. I am very, very pleased with this. So we're currently averaging 5.2 miles per kilowatt. We've got 160 miles range left, and we've done 58.5 miles. That gives me a theoretical complete range of like 250 miles, and I was factoring in that it was maybe going to do about 160 to 180 because I was going on worst case. I'm not going to lie, I have been driving like a bit of a fanny. I've been sat in ACC mode, with it basically just set to 60 mile an hour, and if I get stuck behind a truck, I get stuck behind a truck. So I've been doing anywhere between 55 and 60 mile an hour, but that's okay, because the time that I'm going to save by being a little bit slower and not having to charge will mean that I actually might be able to do pretty much most of this trip just with, well, I will be able to do this trip with just one charge. However, I've planned it around the fact that my mate's letting me use his charger point later, and it's a 3-phase like fast charger, and it's not going to cost me anything. So if I can get like 230 miles and then do a very quick top up and then scout onto Eastleigh, I'll be doing really well. A few things about the car on the motorway. Electric vehicles, where they don't have an engine and vibration and things like that, there's nothing to hide the wind noise and the road noise. I don't think this is that bad. I don't think it's noisy. I don't think it's uncomfortable. I've strategically not put the lumbar support all the way out because I love a good bit of lumbar support. I've actually only put it on half mast so that later on when I feel like I need to have a bit of movement but not actually move, I can just push the lumbar support out. I've just been cruising along in eco mode. I've got regenerative braking turned off. I've got the heated seat on and the aircon on, and it's still done more than 5 miles per kilowatt. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm at Leeming Bar Services at the moment. I'm just going to go in and see my favourite woman in the world who has worked at the Subway in Leeming Bar for about 15 years. And when I first met my missus, I used to drive from Basingstoke to Newcastle and back twice a week. And I used to come in and see her at all hours of the day, and she made amazing sandwiches. So yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. I'm happy. Going well. But quite crucially, I'm not actually regretting not taking the A6 at this point. So, which I thought I would do. I thought by now I would be thinking, oh God, I wish I was in the A6. This is fine. Absolutely fine. We've got 48% charge left. We've got 147 miles range to that 48%. And I've done 134 miles. So in my mind, that means I'm going to get 250 miles on a decent long run. I'll absolutely take that. So this is actually working out very well. So we're going to do some quick maths here, if you don't mind. Indulge me in some quick maths. So, if I had taken my bi-turbo A6, I would have been doing 50 mpg, averagely. That's about what I get, is 50. So if we've got 50 miles per gallon, and it's about £1.49 per gallon of diesel at the moment. So 149 times 4.5, it's going to cost me £6.70 per gallon. I'm going to get 50 miles for that £6. So it's cost me about 5 pence-ish a mile more. And let's not forget, if I was to fill up with diesel here, it would be £1.69 per litre. Wow, that is wild. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. It hasn't been anywhere near as I thought it was going to be, like, wildly uncomfortable and proper annoying on a long drive, and it hasn't. It's actually been a really quiet, comfortable drive, and anybody who's up and down the UK motorways knows what they're like. Unless you're going somewhere at 11 o'clock at night, they're packed. You're in traffic anyway. Like, you can't sit along at a consistent 70, 80 mile an hour anyway, because you're always having to stop, start and slow down for different traffic. So having just been sat at like 65, 70 mile an hour, I basically set the adaptive cruise to 70. I turned the braking assistance off and then just let the car do it. Oh, I feel like I might have broken the Renault 5. So, I think I might have broken it. It's averaged 5 miles per kilowatt. the range gauge no longer works, and I've averaged that over 604.3 miles, which I think is pretty blooming good. I've got 127 miles left to go, so let's show you what you can do. Interesting. Let's show you what you can do and how quickly you can charge. We have been parked up and charging for 18 minutes. In that 18 minutes, we have got up to 64% battery charge, which is 195 miles of range, which is more than enough for me to get home. However, I have now got a Burger King, and it's going to take me 5 minutes to eat this, and then I'm going to go and get a Costa. No, I'm not. I'm going to get a Starbucks, even though I don't agree with Starbucks. And then we're going to head home. All in all, I needed a break anyway, so this isn't really a hardship. I didn't go for the Starbucks. I don't agree on their business or staffing policies, but that's for another video. I think I've been in for about 25 minutes. I've been to the toilet, I've had something to eat, and I'm kind of ready to go again. Parking is clearly an issue for this guy. Can we please talk about the quality of parking? Like, what? What is wrong with you? Should not be allowed a car. I can't lie. It has been a long journey, but it's been a long journey in any car. Not just because I'm in a small electric, not designed for it at all car, because of that. So, I have got home with, I've just plugged it in so that I can charge it and do those things in a minute. So I have got home having achieved 4.8 miles per kilowatt, but that's only because I absolutely sent it on the way back, because to be honest, I'd had enough of driving. I've still got 40 miles range left for that 60%, and I've done 733 miles, and that is, I left at about 9 o'clock Monday morning, and I've just got back now, and it's 7 o'clock Wednesday night. So I've done 733 miles. The takeaway from it is it's really good. I've done 733 miles over the last 2 days. I've stopped off for public charging a couple of times, and it hasn't been expensive. It's been very easy to drive. The lane assist, the adaptive cruise control, blah, 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 has all been perfect. And wildly, yes, it is slightly less comfortable than my Audi A6. I actually haven't found this to be even remotely compromised doing 300 miles a day. So if you want to rent a 5, just go and buy one. It's not that bad.